Good afternoon, a minute past high noon here in Bradenton, Florida, and welcome to Game 2 of our triple header here on Field 1 at Palma Sola. Gray Robertson up here in the booth, back as usual, along with producer Gracie, and it's time for Game 2 between the Circus and the Skeeters. The Circus yesterday picked up the 8-2 win to take Game 1. Now we'll see if the Skeeters can answer. Skeeters 1-7 on the summer, the Sarasota Circus 2-8. Here's the starting lineup for the Circus, the designated away team in this series. Sophia Anderson, the center fielder, leads off. Fia Zelenka, the left fielder, is batting second. Caroline Johnson's the DP, hitting third. Sammy Zelenka is playing first and batting fourth. Taylor Davison, the catcher, I should say, is in the 5 spot. Maddie Dodig is playing second, hitting sixth. Annalise Bunsey is at third, batting seventh. Peyton Bragg, the shortstop, is in the 8 hole. Kaylin Clark is in right, hitting ninth. And Riley Stinson is pitching and turning it over in the 10 spot, and they will face in the circle for the Skeeters, one of the top arms in the FGCL, Grace Rourke, a 1.07 ERA this summer, 19 2/3 innings, 15 hits, 8 runs, 3 earned, 6 walks, 13 strikeouts. She did make an appearance in Game 1. She went 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and 6 Ks, and she starts off with a strike to Sophia Anderson out of UC Davis. Off and running here at Field 1. And that's a fair ball down the third base line. Anderson slaps it and heads to second. That's a hustle double for Sophia Anderson. As I check the notes, that's her first extra base hit of the summer. Now 5 of 20. And here is Fia Zelenka. Fia at Southeastern University. 6 of 19, 316 average, 2 RBIs, 1 double, 2 runs here this summer. 2-0. Three and 0. Defensive alignment for the Skeeters looks like this. Out on the left, it's Castillo, Westmiller in center, Riley in right. Infield left to right of Chadwick, Muller, Hawk, and Miller, with Weinbarger behind the plate. So 3-0 is fouled off, 3-1. As always, we want to have you be part of it here on Field 1. So you can hit me up on Twitter at Gray_Robertson. Say hello. We will read your message on the air. Heard from many of you for this game yesterday. As Zelenka takes ball 4, first 2 aboard for the Circus. A little bit of early trouble for Grace Rourke. And this is the top hitter for the Circus, Grace Johnson. She'll take strike 1. Currently in the portal, coming from Queens, Johnson is hitting .526, 10 of 19, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, 4 runs. Johnson yesterday was 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Chases downstairs, 1-2. Rourke is going to bring a little bit of everything. Her drop, after watching her, I feel like is where she really thrives. She can mix speeds, good changeup, can come upstairs every now and then. Johnson fouls that off. So anyway, we want to hear from you on Twitter, and we'll keep you up to date on action, including the first game of the day still going on Field 2. Top of the 7th, the Rodeo leads the Pioneers 11-10. Tom just texted me and said this game is giving long. Strikeout for Rourke. Big one to get Johnson. It's just the second time she's gone down on strikes this summer. One away. I'll bring up Sammy Zelenka out of Florida International. She leads the team in RBIs. She'll take it for ball one. Hitting .400, 8 of 20, with those 9 ribbies, a double, and 5 runs scored. 5 walks, so an OBP of .520. And the Circus trying to break a trend. They are the last team in the FGCL that does not have a double, or I should say a homer or a triple on offense. Out to right. That's well played by Tegan Riley. Thought we might see a triple if she went for the dive, but instead bases loaded, 1 out for the Circus. And in steps Taylor Davison out of Syracuse. Davison in game 1 was 0 for 2. 250 this summer, 6 of 24 with 3 RBIs, a double, and 4 runs. I think she went. They'll check. She did. 0-1. Ooh. Looks like there might be an issue with the base. I'll get to work on it real quick. And we'll take a look at the head coach of the Circus, Katie Kissler, former Florida Gator. My pickleball partner last night. We did take an L. I blame myself. I could have been a better teammate. We lost 11-9 to a couple Pioneers. We'll be back. It's been a minute since I've lost at pickleball, so I didn't really enjoy it. It's inside, 1-1. Katie and I make a good team, though. I think our moment's coming. Davison to third. There's the throw. Home for 1, and no double play. Speedy Anderson cut down. 2 gone for Maddie Dodig. She was 2 for 3 in game 1. Strike 1. Dodig out of Binghamton. Hitting .273, 6 of 22, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, 5 runs. Rourke trying to work out of it. Foul, 1-2. Another foul ball. That one off the foot. Not fun for Dodig. Now we're all set. Another 2-2 upcoming. Grace Rourke looking to get through a difficult top of the first. Dodig is going to get the Circus on the board. There's one. Stoplight up for Zelenka. RBI single for Maddie Dodig. That's her 4th RBI of the summer. 1-0. Now here comes Annalise Bunsey. A portal baddie, as she has told me to call her. She'll take strike 1. In the portal from Thomas, Bunsey this summer is hitting .286, 6 of 21 with 5 RBIs, 3 doubles, and 2 runs. Three hits in the inning for the Circus, just finding spots. Also a walk drawn. Two and one. Three and one. Oh, nowhere to put Bunsey. You've got Peyton Bragg, who had 2 hits yesterday, on deck. Full count. Out to center field. That'll score 1. It'll definitely score 2. Play at third is not in time. 2 RBIs for Bunsey. Her total goes to 7. 3-0 Circus as they have gotten to Grace Rourke here in the first inning. Peyton Bragg, first pitch over to short. Oh, it ate up Muller. Just a nasty hop. A run comes in. That's a very tough luck error. And she says she's good, but it's 4-0 Circus. Boy, Muller was doing everything right, and then it just, I mean, I don't know if it hit something or what, but it took an extra high hop right in the ear hole. It's a very unfortunate E6. Now Caitlin Clark out of Bridgewater State. A meme, I guess is what it is, an edit where some Circus players combined that Caitlin Clark and this Caitlin Clark into one video. It's pretty funny. 2-0. Clark 1 for 17 in the FGCL with a run scored. Rourke just laboring a bit. A lot of pitches here in this inning. 2-1. What's the pitch count? 34 pitches? Wow. This will be the 35th pitch for Rourke here in the first. Three one. Ball 4. They're loaded as Clark draws the walk. And in steps Riley Stinson, the starting pitcher. the Wichita Baptist product, who is hitless on the summer, does have an RBI. She has walked a couple times. Foul. Well, the Circus offense entering the day was 10th in the FGCL in batting average. But they have found a way to pass the baton here in the first. Big time. That's going to go foul. 0-2. On the ground towards second, play made, and plenty of time by Hawk, inning over. But 4 runs in for the Circus, and now the Skeeters offense already in a hole, coming to the plate for the first time. Here's the starting lineup for the South Bradenton Skeeters, coached by Morgan Kostler. 1-7 on the summer, and losers of game 1, 8-2 against the Circus. Adelaide Hawk, the second baseman, leads off. Kate Westmiller up in the 2 spot today. She's a center fielder. Avery Bartons, she's batting third. Alexa Muller, the shortstop, hits fourth. Batting fifth is Lindsay Chadwick, the third baseman. Tegan Riley, who had 2 home runs yesterday, is in right, batting sixth. Avery Miller, the first baseman's in the 7 spot. Jenna Redders, the DP, bats 8th. Annalisa Weinbarger is catching and hitting 9th. And David Castillo, the left fielder, is in the 10 spot. And they're facing Riley Stinson in the circle. Stinson out of Wichita Baptist. Give you her line after this first pitch to Adelaide Hawk. And it's ripped out to center. So Hawk has the base hit. Skeeters in business here in the first. Stinson a 9.39 ERA, 0-4 record, 25 1/3 innings, 35 hits, 37 runs, 34 earned, 23 walks and 4 strikeouts. Did have 2 Ks yesterday in relief against the Skeeters. Kate Westmiller shows bunt, pulls it back. Westmiller out of Longwood. Can lay it down, can swing away, can slap as well. Versatile player. Missed there, 1-1. Westmiller 2 of 20 this summer with a run scored. And a good read by Hawk. She'll take off for second, 2-1. Westmiller in game 1 was 0 for 2. Line to short. And another good read by Hawk. She got back very quickly, 1 down. Now bring up Avery Barton. 2 for 3 in game 1 with a double and a single for the Mercer Bear. strike one from the lefty Stinson. Barton this summer is hitting now .353, 6 of 17, 2 RBIs, a homer, a double, OBP at 500. So I like her in the 3 spot. Waits, sends out to center field. This won't leave. Hawk will tag up and stride into third. Productive out, but 2 gone. And in steps Alexa Muller out of Harvard. First pitch foul. Muller this summer, 3 of 14, 214 average with an RBI, a run scored. OBP at 353. Change misses, 1-1. I thought, all things considered, Stinson threw pretty well in game 1 in relief. She went 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 2 Ks. Oh, that got away. Hawk is going to have a chance, and now she'll retreat. Just a little hesitation at the outset, and she had to go back. 2-1. Ooh, 3-1. Full count. Muller ripped to right, and that'll get the Skeeters on the board. Alexa Muller, RBI single. Her second ribby in the FGCL. And this might be one of those buckle up games. 4-1 Circus. Up comes Lindsay Chadwick out of Jacksonville. Chadwick 3 of 15 here this summer. She's got a pair of RBIs. First pitch swung on and missed. One from Stinson. Chadwick, slow roller to short, and that got away. That'll be an error. Muller takes third. They're on the corners with 2 gone on the E6. Perhaps as a reminder to give you the Circus defense right now. Fia Zelinka's in left, Sophia Anderson in center, Caitlin Clark in right, Bunsey at third, Bragg at short, Dodig at second, Sammy Zelinka at first, Davison behind the plate.
Hey. Yes. Yes. Number 9.
And here is Tegan Riley. I'm going to read her season numbers. 3 of 16 with 2 RBIs, 2 homers, 2 runs. Both home runs came off Riley Stinson yesterday in game 1.
You're welcome.
She'll take a first pitch ball. 2-0. Three and 0. Over on field 2, it's over. The Rodeo beats the Pioneers 13-12. Rodeo moved to 6-5 on the summer. There's a strike to Riley, 3-1. Also means for the time being, they're up in 5th place now in the FGCL. A lot of standing shifting. As Riley draws the walk, and they are loaded for the Skeeters. And here is Avery Miller. 4 of 10 this summer. Along with Lancer. Trying to take advantage of this situation. Strike one. She's got 3 RBIs. She's got 1 double. OBP at 625. So odds are, the math says, Miller's going to do something productive here. But she's down 0-2. Stinson trying to defy the math here in what's become a testy bottom of the first. It's a really good stop by Davison, 2-2. She's having to work hard behind the dish right now. Full count. Payoff out to left, and that's going to get over the head of the left fielder, Zelinka, and this might clear them. Chadwick will, or I beg your pardon, Riley will retreat back to third. 2 RBI double for Avery Miller, and it's 4-3. And 2 in scoring position for Jenna Rudders. Ball 1 to Jenna out of Green Bay. The Phoenix. She's trying to rise up here in this moment. 5 of 18 this summer, 278. Does not have an RBI. Does have a double and 5 runs. 2-0. And Davison's going to go chat with Stinson, who gave up that 2-out single to Alexa Muller, and then an error, a walk, and a 2 RBI double. A reminder, we would like to hear from you if you're tuning in. Skeeters have had a lot of social media interaction, so let us read your name. You can send me a message at Gray_Robertson. You can Instagram DM me, Gray Robertson 2. Hunt down my Facebook. Pretty out there. I'm the guy in the suit. 2-0. That curves in. 2-1. Redders on the ground to third. Handled over to first. The throw was high, but a good recovery by Sammy Zelenka, and that ends the inning. 4-3 Circus. Boy, here we go. Going to the second on field one. Katie Kistler going to the third base coaching box. Tim Walton, hello, friend. Me and Katie are going to send you a selfie at some point. 4-3 Circus here in the second. And just like in the first, it's Sophia Anderson at the top of the order. Set to hit. Anderson doubled. And that's it. Her first time up. The Oakton, Virginia native, Sophia Anderson. I've spent a lot of time in Virginia. I'm not quite sure where Oakton is. If Christine Miller's watching, I know she's in Alexandria, let me know. One, two. Got a tweet in from Holly Castillo, watching the Skeeters from the air conditioning in Tampa today. See you at the field tomorrow. Go Skeeters. Thank you, Holly. Always appreciate it. Holly has been active from day one and been here many times. Tweeting even when in the building. Chopper to second. That took a weird hop, but well played by Adelaide Hawk. One down. I'll bring up Fia Zelenka, who walked and scored in the opening inning. Grace Rourke trying to get into a rhythm. Good drop to start, 0-1. Fia Zelenka base hit. She's reached twice. That's a one-out single, hit number 5 for the Circus. Eva Hazard over the first base coach spot here today. A little celebration with Fia. And now Caroline Johnson, who I'm sure wants a redo against Rourke. She struck out in the first inning. Here's her second chance. Chopper to third. That was all kinds of awkward for Chadwick, but handled it well. 2 gone. And still an issue with second base. So we will pause for just a moment as they fix the bag. 4-3 Circus over the Skeeters. Runner on second, 2 outs. So we're going to go for now, and they're going to fix it, I guess, between innings. Runner on second, 2 gone for Sammy Zelinka, who singled and scored in the first. Ball 1 to Sammy, the Miami, Florida native, a freshman last year. Playing with her sister, Fia. '87 at-bats for FIU last season for Sammy Zelinka. And she's ahead 3-0 on Rourke. Ooh, called strike, 3-1. Back up the middle, base hit. This is going to score Fia. Sammy brings in her sister, and it's 5-3 Circus. Yikes, Skeeters probably wish that had been ball 4 to Sammy Zelinka. And she takes advantage of the moment and gets her 10th RBI this summer, by far of a team leader. Now Taylor Davison, who's 0 for 1 with a run scored, hit into a fielder's choice in the first. I will say, I don't know if it's matchups, if it's that time of the summer when people start getting fatigued or what, but the pitchers who have rolled into this weekend with just exceptional ERAs have really struggled. You know, Lily Parrish had probably her worst game of the summer yesterday for the Impact. They still won, but we've just seen a lot of the candidates, frankly, for pitcher of the year get hit this weekend. Nice pitch, inner half, 2-1. On deck is Maddie Dodig, who's already got an RBI in this game. But Davison is probably going to end it here. Catch made by Muller. And there is the final out here in the top of the second. 5-3 Circus going to the home half. Skeeters down by 2. 9-10-1. Kicking things off here in the home half of the second. Weinbarger, Castillo, and Hawk. Annalisa Weinbarger waits on the change, sends that foul. 0-2. Weinbarger from Winthrop. Back again with the Skeeters this summer. 7-21, 333 average, 3 RBIs, a homer, a double, 3 runs scored. One and two. Weinbarger fouls that one off. Weinbarger trying to get the Skeeters in business here in the second.
No problem.
That's way high, 2-2. Full count. Weinbarger got all of it and sent it to the palm trees. Annalisa Weinbarger, second homer here this summer. The Skeeters are back within 1. Annalisa Weinbarger got something elevated on a 3-2. That honestly could have maybe been ball 4, but she reached out, barreled it to deep left center. And it's kind of, I would call this a back and forth game, even though the Circus has led the entire time, but just momentum swings back and forth. Now Eva Castillo trying to turn the lineup over with Holly watching. Eva bunts it and just out of the reach of Davison. Castillo 4 of 22 this summer, 182 average with an RBI, 3 runs. In game 1 was 0 for 3, did reach on an error at one point. One and one. That's high, 2-1. Ground ball to third. Throw in plenty of time for the first out. Adelaide Hawk, check swing, foul ball. So 1-1 count on Hawk, who singled and scored in the first. 5-4 Circus. Two and one. Lot of pitches being thrown in this game. Over to short. Good job staying down by Bragg. 2 away. Up comes Kate Westmiller, who lined out to short in the first. Strike one. Chopped up the middle. This is going to be trouble. What a play from second. Moving to a right, Maddie Dodig with a wonderful throw to end the inning. 3 groundouts after the homer, and it's 5-4 Circus going to the third. Well, the Circus people back at it as Katie Kistler crosses over to third. 5-4. 6-7-8, Dodig, Bunsey, Bragg against Grace Rourke, who's just not had her best stuff, but Skeeters offense keeping them in this game. Ball 1 to Dodig, who had an RBI single in the first. Called strike in her half, 1-1. They are underway over on the other field, second game of the day over there. Finns and Impact. That was a walk-off win for the Impact yesterday. No score going to the bottom of the first. Impact trying to move back into 5th place in the FGCL standings. Finns trying to stop a slide. They've lost 6 of their last 7. Dodig is 2 for 2. Second base hit of the day. She had to hustle to finish it out. Lead off aboard for the Circus. That's hit number 7 for the Sarasota Circus, who entered hitting 240 as a team against the pitcher, Grace Rourke, who entered 4th in the league in ERA. Now Annalise Bunsey, who's got an RBI single. Beg your pardon, 2 RBI single. First pitch foul. We're just getting a lot of joy watching Ava Hazard work over in the first base coaching box, talking to her teammates, getting them hyped up. Bunsey over to third. One opportunity for Chadwick, and there's the out. Productive out as Dodig takes second. I'll bring up Peyton Bragg, who reached on an error in the first. Ball 1. Just hasn't felt today like Rourke has been comfortable at all. She's fallen behind a lot. Circus has been hitting her. She was great yesterday in relief. But she's missing low a lot, both arm and glove side. Remember, these two have one more game tomorrow. Game 3 of the series. Will it be a chance for a Circus sweep, or will it be a rubber match where the Skeeters win today? Still time to figure it out. That's a 4-pitch walk. Bragg takes her base. First and second for the Circus. That's the 3rd walk of a day for Rourke. She had 6 entering this game. Now Caitlin Clark, who has one of those walks, that was in the first inning. Ball 1. Clark from Clifton, Virginia, Fairfax High School. Freshman last year for Bridgewater State. To Muller at short, 1 option, 2 down. Now Riley Stinson trying to help herself out. She grounded out in the first. Two now. Three and oh. Stinson, her first hit of a summer, will drive in a run. Riley Stinson makes it 6-4 Circus with the RBI single on a 3-0 count. And the Skeeters will call time and meet. How about that for Riley Stinson? Second RBI, first hit here in the FGCL. And on a 3-0. Back to the top of the order with Sophia Anderson. 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out. Anderson choking way up on that bat. She'll take strike one. Did she go? No. 1-1. Well, the heat is definitely cranking up. Wind is chill right now. Chill as in calm, not cold. Which means it's time for my hat up here. Called strike, outer edge, 1-2. I desperately, personal life info, y'all are going to get to know me after a month. I really needed a haircut. This is the longest my hair has been in probably a year and a half. I just haven't had a chance to go. You know, quadruple headers don't give you much time to run to the barber. Just a triple header today. This is game 2 of it. 2-2. Anderson to third. Chadwick's there. Inning over. Good job by Lindsay Chadwick, but the Circus does add another run. They've scored in every inning. Skeeters will answer when we come back. Morgan Kostler, the head coach for the Skeeters, going on a bit of a walk down the third base line. Back yet again with South Bradenton. Oh, she went all the way down. Boy, just took a real journey. With 3, 4, 5 due up. Barton, Muller, and Chadwick against Riley Stinson in the circle. Stinson has run into a little bit more trouble today, but good end of a second inning after the solo homer by Annalisa Weinbarger. Avery Barton flew out to center earlier. That pitch flies in high, 1-0. I haven't checked the gram, so I'll see if I've got any messages there. Nope, sadly nothing. 3-0. There's ball 4 as Barton reaches. And another free pass as Muller reaches. So 2 on, nobody out. And an opportunity for the Skeeters. Lindsey Chadwick is coming up. Chadwick over to short. Force is at third, and there's the first out. Now bring up Tegan Riley. So if you're the Skeeters against Riley Stinson, this is who you want up. Riley's faced her 3 times with 2 homers and a walk. That walk was earlier in the first. Strike 1. Oh, and 2. On deck is Avery Miller, who's already driven in a pair of runs with a double. Riley reached for it on the ground to second, the bobble. And the out is recorded. That could have been 2. Instead, it's just 1. And they're on the corners. That one got away, and, well, not really. It was blocked up, but Riley was going. Miller looking for center, and it's just off the glove of the diving Anderson. That'll bring in 2 more. This game is tied. 4 RBIs today for Avery Miller. All square at 6. First pitch out to left. Jenna Redders with the single. 2 on, 2 out. Redders now 1 for 2. Ball 1 to Annalisa Weinbarger. She's got a home run today. Solo shot last inning in the second. Don't blame Stinson for being careful. Weinbarger draws the walk. They're going to run with Chadwick coming out. So base is loaded. And the first pitch is hit towards first. Zelenka will step on the bag, and that ends the inning. But 2 runs come in thanks to Avery Miller yet again. Skeeters left him loaded, but this game is tied going to the 4th. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Skeeters, and it is Brooke Steinhorst, currently looking for a new home. Previously from Madison, a 12.92 ERA on the summer, 13 innings, 22 hits, 26 runs, 24 earned, 14 walks, and 2 Ks. Coming in for Grace Rourke. Steinhorst will face 2, 3, 4 in the Circus order. 6, 6. Fia Zelenka, Caroline Johnson, Sammy Zelenka. Fia's had a great day. Looking to keep it up. Strike one. Grace Rourke goes 3 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and a K. Not her best stuff today. Just really struggled to get in a rhythm. Zelenka. Oh, beautiful glove work by Muller. Read the hop well. Caroline Johnson out to center. That'll flare down for a single. First hit of a day for the portaling Johnson. And the go-ahead run on base. I'll bring up Sammy Zelenka, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Ball 1 from Steinhorst. Yesterday it was 8-2 Circus to win game 1 of this series. Today been a little bit more topsy-turvy. Over to third. Chadwick's got the force. Double play. No. 2 down. Let's see what Taylor Davison can do here in this 4th inning. 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a pop out. She scored once. Strike 1. That was Steinhorst coming in and kind of settling things down a little bit. One and one. One and two. Over on the other field, they're in the top of the third, 0-0. Impact and Fins. Honestly, wow. Those offenses, I'm quite surprised. Especially how yesterday's game went. 1-2 misses away, 2-2. That was an 11-10 walk-off that the Impact won. Inexplicably, we had two 11-10 walk-off wins in regulation out of 6 games yesterday. Full count. Davison sends this foul. That'll drop. Still a full count. Steinhorst and Davison battling it out. Another one. That's definitely foul. Could hear that hop. On deck is Dodig, who's 2 for 2. Can Davison extend this inning? Ball 4. She will, in fact. 2 on, 2 out. Dodig. Slow roller to second. Hawk is there. Inning over. So 2 left stranded by the Circus. First time they don't score. And we go to the home half. Still tied up at 6. Six six as we go to the bottom of the 4th. One defensive change for the Sarasota Circus. Kenny McQuillan is out in left field. Pia Zelenka is out for now. Got to think maybe she's getting warm. Skeeters looking to grab the lead. It's top of the order. Hawk, Westmiller, Barton. Adelaide Hawk is 1 for 2 with a single, a run, and a ground out. And I think she's going to be 2 for 3. Leadoff base hit for the Skeeters here in the 4th. Both these teams hitting today. See what Kate Westmiller draws up. Line out and a ground out. Over to second. There's the throw from Dodig to get the force. So 1 gone. Avery Barton. 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes it high. Stinson. Still working. Now the 3-0. Ball 4. Barton takes the easy walk. 2 on, 1 out for Alexa Muller. Muller's 1 for 1 with an RBI. A couple runs scored. She's walked once. Good day for the rising Harvard second year. That's a strike. 0-1. Just low. 2-1. Just feel like there's no real flow in this game. It's been stop, start, a lot of traffic. It's been hard for anyone to really get momentum. Long range for Dodig. That's another good defensive play by her. Second and third now with 2 outs. Boy, Dodig has just covered every area on the right side of the infield. And here's Lindsay Chadwick, who's 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored. Reached on a fielder's choice. Jacksonville Dolphin trying to give the Skeeters, the lead here in the 4th. Skeeters with a win would jump, I believe, I'd have to check all the tiebreakers, from 12th to 10th in the FGCL standings. Chadwick trying to drive in somebody. 2 in scoring position, but an 0-2 count. Outside. Hit her on the elbow. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Tegan Riley. Well, if anybody has seen Stinson well here in 2 games, through both games, it's Riley. Earlier, the fielder's choice was the first time Stinson had gotten her out. Bases loaded, 2 gone. Ball 1. 0 for 1 with a run scored and a walk for Riley. 2 homers yesterday off of Stinson. The only 2 runs for the Skeeters in game 1. And that'll sneak through. Just crept under the glove of the shortstop Bragg, and the Skeeters grab the lead on an RBI single by Tegan Riley. And now Avery Miller, 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs, a single and a double, and she's ready to bust this thing open. Ball 1. That RBI for Riley, number 3 this summer, all have come in this series. Two and 0. This will be the one for Avery Miller, unless it misses, which it does. 3 and 0. And ball 4, an RBI walk makes it 8-6, and that is RBI number 5 for Miller in this game. Avery Miller entered with 3 ribbies on the summer. Now she's up to 8. That is by far the team leader. And Stinson Just looking for out number 3. A lot of 2-out scoring in this game, I've noticed. Here's Jenna Redders. Ground out and a single in the ball game. 1 for 2 day. One and one. Just missed. 2 and 1. Out towards right field. And that'll wrap up the bottom of the 4th. 8-6, Skeeters have grabbed the lead. Now back to the Circus offense. Can they find some runs down by 2?
Hey Mom, hey Dad, it's Alexa. I love you guys. Bye.
That was sweet. We go to the 5th. 8-6 Skeeters. That was Alexa Muller. And that is a strike to start things off. To Annalise Bunsey. Bunsey 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI single and a ground out. 1 and 1. Brooke Steinhorst, second inning of work in the circle. One defensive change for the Skeeters. That's popped up and... Oh, wow. Steinhorst came and got it. Okay. PFP. A little unconventional. 1 down. The one change is... I mean, you heard Muller going to help warm up a pitcher, so that means she's not in the field. She's now the DP. The shortstop is Jenna Redders. And here is Peyton Bragg, who is 0 for 1, reached on an error, and walked. That's fair ball. 2 down. Now Caitlin Clark, a walk and a ground out. Popped up, out of play. Ooh, on top of the dugout. Allison Wisniewski is on deck, which tells me she's probably coming into pitch for Stinson. Oh, and 2. Ooh, 1 and 2. Back to the circle. This is going to be a 1-2-3 inning. To what do my wondering eyes should appear but the minimum faced by a pitcher in here. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 8-6 Skeeters. They'll try and add to the lead. Bottom 5, 8-6 Skeeters over the Circus, and a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Sarasota Circus. It is Allison Wisniewski. Wisniewski out of Tiffin U. Freshman last year from Lithia, Florida. This summer, a 6.63 ERA, 19 innings. She's 0-3. 28 hits, 20 runs, 18 earned, 15 walks, and 4 strikeouts. In for Stinson, who went 4 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned, 6 walks, and no Ks. And now Wisniewski faces the home run hitter Annalisa Weinbarger. And it starts with strike 1. Weinbarger, Castillo, and Hawk, 9-10-1. A couple defensive changes for the Circus as well. I'll tell you after this pitch. Weinbarger 1 for 1 with a homer and a walk. For the Circus, Kenny McQuillan's in right. Semi Zelenka's moved to third. Ava Hazard's now at first. And Caitlin Clark is over in left. New catcher is Caroline Johnson. Coming up in a little over an hour, we'll have the final game of our triple header. It'll be the second game between the Squeeze and the Sea Cows, a combo no-hitter for the Squeeze yesterday. How will the Sea Cows respond, and can the Squeeze keep up what is now becoming firmly the best offense in the league? Weinbarger sends this high in the air on the infield. Catch made over at short by Bragg for the first out. First pitch misses to Ava Castillo. 1-0. She's over 2 with a pair of groundouts. I'm sorry, 1-1. Over on the other field, we could not have a more opposite game. Bottom 4, it is 0-0. Sounds like a lot of lobs to me. Because if it were just a straight pitchers mowing everybody down situation, they would be in the 5th probably. 1-1 to Castillo. Low. Bunted. The throw from Zelinka is in time. So Castillo thrown out. 2 retired by Wisniewski. And back to the top of the order with Adelaide Hawk, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored. A couple singles and a ground out. Now 6 for 26 this summer. Hawk, the Oklahoma City native. New Mexico Lobo. And she's got her 3rd hit of the day. Look at Adelaide Hawk go, setting up the Skeeters offense with a 2-out single. Now can Kate Westmiller cash in? She's 0 for 3. Has scored once on a fielder's choice after reaching on that FC. Has tested second base, which is Dodig normally, but now it's Lauren Fox who's moved in. And Westmiller's got the base hit. Single to left. Saw the change, sat, and got her 3rd hit of the summer. 2 on, 2 out. And now you got Barton. 0 for 1 with a flyout, 2 walks and a run. Entered the day the team leader in batting average, or I should say second on the team, only behind Avery Miller. Circus still in this. They're within striking distance for sure. But Skeeters trying to change that with something big. 0-2. Avery Barton, the Mercer Bear out of Monticello, Georgia. Enjoys driving sports cars, eating weird food, and playing golf. See if she can golf one into the gap. Now that got away. Wild pitch will send both runners ahead. Two and two. Full count. Ball 4. They are loaded up full of Skeeters. Third walk of a day for Avery Barton. Now here is Alexa Muller. Muller, RBI single, a walk, and a ground out. She scored twice. She already gave a shout out to the stream when she walked by earlier. Now back from the pin and ready to hit. After 2 quick outs, a single, and a walk has put the Skeeters in prime position to really, really put a hurting on the Circus people. But Muller's got to come through. First pitch from Wisniewski. Out of play. Palm Beach Gardens, Florida native Alexa Muller. First year last year for Harvard. Hit .368 with the Crimson. Got her second RBI of the summer in the first inning. She's trying to up the ante big time. Muller out towards center field. And not quite enough. Anderson tracked it down. Almost had a grand slam, but instead it's out number 3, and the Skeeters leave them loaded. Go into the 6th. Circus down 2. Well, courtesy of the red, white, and blue playing here on Field 1 as we go to the 6th. 8-6 Skeeters. Circus jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the first inning. But the Skeeters have clawed back. And now leaning on Brooke Steinhorst, who's thrown really well today. Facing 10-1-2 in the Circus order. Allison Wisniewski, Sophia Anderson, and Kennedy McQuillan. Due up here. First pitch, Wisniewski, ground ball to third. Chadwick, 1 down. It's been impressive watching Steinhorst go to work here today. She's gotten a bunch of ground balls. It's been hard for the Circus to get anything up in the air. Now Sophia Anderson, who's 1 for 3 with a double and 2 ground outs. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Hmm. 3-1. Circus trying to get the tying run to the plate here in the top of the 6th. 5 outs left to play with. There's ball 4. So, mission accomplished. Anderson takes a free pass. And up comes the newly entered Kennedy McQuillan from North Florida. Had a hit yesterday on the summer 3 of 22, 136 average, an RBI, 2 doubles, and 3 runs. Yesterday officially was 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that has eyes out to left field. Second hit of the series. And welcome to the ballgame, Kenny McQuillan. First and second one out for the Circus, and here comes Caroline Johnson. Team leader in batting average coming into today. She has 4 RBIs. 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and a single. On deck is Sammy Zelinka, who leads the team in ribbies. So if you're the Circus, this is it. This is exactly what you asked for. Ball 1 to Johnson. Off the glove of Steinhorst, Redders recovers, and there's the second out. The old 1-6-3 does put the tying run in scoring position. Ball 1 to Sammy Zelinka. RBI in this game. She's 2 for 3. Scored once. A couple singles. Zelinka got all of it out to center, and it snuck over the head of Westmiller. This game is tied again. Westmiller misread it, and Zelinka with a 2 RBI double to even it at 8. Man, Sammy Zelinka, 3 RBIs in the ball game. Give her 12. And now the Circus can grab the lead. Ava Hazard's first AB of the day. Going to Eastern Kentucky. Ava hitting .255 of 20 with 4 RBIs, a double, and 4 runs. Out in front. Well, back and forth we go. Skeeters will have the top, or I should say the heart of the order, due up in the 6th. Circus trying to get the lead back. Foul ball, 2-2. I think this game is kind of more along the lines of what we thought we would see in this series. Just back and forth. A lot of action. Called strike 3. Steinhorst paints the edge. Inning over, but game tied. 8-8. Skeeters, your move. Well, what other twists, turns, and dramatic shifts will occur here in the bottom of the 6th? I don't know. Can't wait to find out. 5, 6, 7, Chadwick, Riley, Miller. This has been the damage part. Chadwick can reach. You got Miller and Riley waiting, who've driven in all the runs pretty much. Chadwick's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Wisniewski going to work in the circle. Got out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the 5th. Chadwick out to left. Leadoff single. Lindsey Chadwick with hit number 4 here this summer, and here come the Skeeters. First pitch misses. Tegan Riley. A walk, a fielder's choice, a run scored, and an RBI single in this game. 1 for 2 officially. That's on the hop. There's the play at second, and no double play. So Riley's aboard for Avery Miller. Here's her day. You ready? 2 for 2 with 5 RBIs. That misses high and in. She's also walked. A double, a single, and a walk. Tegan Riley, the go-ahead runner over at first base. Called strike. 1-1. The OBP remains ridiculous for Miller, especially with 3 times reaching in 3 plate appearances today. Over on the other field, scoreboard update. We do have runs. Top 6, 2-0 impact over the Finns. Shelby Krieger throwing a gem. Two and two. Miller took a bit of a walk after that. Now Wisniewski trying to get out the most potent on-base presence for the Skeeters. 2-2 out to left. 3 for 3 day. 4 times Miller's reached. 2 on, 1 out. Man, I just don't know what you do at this point. There was a foul ball from field 2 just went into the Circus dugout and hit. I can't tell who that hit. That's a base hit. Jenna Rutter's out to right. Here comes the throw home. It's cut. Riley scores. Skeeters back up. Jenna Redders with her first RBI of the summer. 9-8 here in the 6th. Third hit of the inning. And now the Circus down to their final 3 outs once we get to the 7th. And here is Annalisa Weinbarger. A fearsome power threat in the 9 spot. 1 for 2 with a solo homer, a walk, and a pop out here today. A bomb would probably, presumably, be the dagger. Muller over in the first base coaching box yet again for the Skeeters. Weinbarger out to center field. Her second bomb of the day. Is that the dagger? 3-run homer, and it's 12-8 Skeeters. Annalisa Weinbarger, 3 home runs now. And she's driven in 4 to up her RBI total to 7. Biggest offensive output this summer by far for the South Bradenton Skeeters. They'd scored 23 runs in their first 8 games. They've got 12 today. Base is clear for Ava Castillo. She's 0 for 3. 0-1. So now, big time issues for the Circus. Once we get to the 7th, they will need to score 4 to extend the game. It'll be the middle of the order due up against Brooke Steinhorst, who they have not really, for the most part, been able to figure out. 0-2. And a strikeout following the home run. Good job by Wisniewski bouncing back for the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order with Adelaide Hawk, who's working on a 3 for 4 day. 3 singles with a ground out earlier in the second. Hawk pops it up. I think that's out of play. It is. 1-1. Now the 1-1 is high, 2-1. Is there one more twist? 2-2. I ask because the Circus will have Dodig, Bunsey, and Bragg, who've all been kind of all over the base paths in this game. I'll be due up in the 7th. 2-2 from Wisniewski. Hawk to third, inning over. But it was the inning the Skeeters needed. 4 runs in, capped off by the Annalisa Weinbarger 3-run homer. Circus down to their final 3 outs when we come back. To the 7th. Four runs needed for the Circus. They've got 6, 7, 8 due up, and it is not Maddie Dodig. My apologies, it's Lauren Fox. He's going to lead off the inning. Fox, the member of the Syracuse Orange, trying to start things here in the 7th. And it's Brooke Steinhorst, who's been a bit of a puzzle for the Circus offense since she came in back in the 4th. Fox, 3 of 22, 2 RBIs this summer. A double, 5 runs. She has walked a ridiculous 9 times, so her OBP at 387. Three and 0. Ball 4. Leadoff walk. Over the Circus. I always say this. You're just trying to get that tying run to the plate. If you do, all bets are off. Anything can happen. It's going to take some work, but we've seen that in games like this before. Annalise Bunsey is 1 for 3. 2 RBI single, a ground out, and a foul out. Runner goes. The throw was pretty close. That wasn't fielded cleanly, though. And a stolen base by Fox. That's her 5th. And an 0-1 count on Bunsey. Oh, and 2. Can Bunsey pass the baton? That's away and got away. Fox at third on the wild pitch. Foul again. Past the 2-hour mark in this game. Circus looking for a little bit extra. Ooh. Almost had a sea cow in peril off to our right on the foul ball. Fox over at third base after a steal and a wild pitch following her leadoff walk. Her 10th of the summer, mind you. Katie Kistler hoping that the Circus can scrounge up at least 4 runs here in the 7th. Been a busy day on field 1. Still one more game, I should say. Bunsey in the air to right. This is going to be deep enough to score Fox. The throw in is a good one, but not in time, and the sac fly will make it 12-9. So an RBI for Bunsey. But if you're Steinhorst, you just kind of shrug. 1 out, nobody on for Peyton Bragg. She went fishing, came up empty 0-1. Bragg 0 for 2 with a walk. Reached on an error earlier. Makes the adjustment there. Takes it low, 1-1. Bragg grounded to third. Chadwick's had a busy day, and she handles yet another one. Circus down to their final out. Skeeters leaning on Steinhorst here. And Caitlin Clark will look to keep it going. 0 for 2 with a walk. Clark pops it up, and on the run to make the catch is the second baseman. Hawk finishes it, and the Skeeters win it 12-9 to force the rubber match tomorrow. The winning pitcher, Brooke Steinhorst, came in and settled things down in relief, and the biggest swing of the game, the 3-run homer by Annalisa Weinbarger. And they will play a decider in Game 3 tomorrow back here on this field. Tell you what time that game is right now. That'll be Saturday, June 28th, and it will start our day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on Field 1. That'll do it for us as we get ready for the third game of our triple header. The Skeeters win it 12-9 and improve to 2-7 on the summer. The Circus, with the loss, dropped to 2-9. For producer Gracie, I'm Gray. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you next time here at Field 1. Squeeze and Sea Cows coming up next.